Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay, so I am coming tonight to speak to people about me and my experiences for the last 3 years. This is my third anniversary as a child of God. I was baptized 3 years ago today by my church family that I'm still very involved with today. And it's actually a whole culture. I'm still very involved with the whole culture. I have dedicated myself to being any kind of help or support to them because they have truly, what I like to say, I was reborn and raised. When I came to Toronto, I had walked into a church by accident and was completely adopted by a culture that is not mine, but has become mine somehow in all of this. And this was all the Lord's plan. So I had been taught and brought up and reborn and brought up in the faith over the last 3 years. So I had a conversation with my mentor yesterday, and it kind of like shook me a bit. I didn't think I was going in there for a conversation like what we had had. But what had ended up happening is we got discussing like what I've been doing for the last 3 years, which is like praising, praying, worshiping, studying, meditating, just doing everything I could to reach, the kingdom and seek the kingdom and to be, well versed in knowledge and in wisdom, because it does say, "My people perish for a lack of wisdom and a lack of knowledge." So I had been really studying and just realigning my whole life. But what had ended up happening is once I realized that I had been so far out of alignment with Christ, I went into the last 3 years a deep, deep remorse. It's only been like recently, maybe the last 6 months or so, that I have tried to pull myself out of that and pull myself into a place that I could be the standard of what I've been learning. So yesterday he said, "Lindsay, like the remorse, the despair, the sadness, the grief, everything that you've experienced, denying the Lord for 30 some years." I came to Christ, I think, when I was 35. And so, yeah, I've spent a lot of that time studying, but it only really dawned on me and really absorbed into my spirit how out of alignment that I had been. I not just 3 times denied Christ, but I denied him for 35 years. And when I found how out of alignment my life had become, when I found out how out of alignment that my life had become, it was a big grieving period for me. When you actually have that on your chest and you feel that pain and you feel that weight of just living in disobedience, living and denying the Christ and denying the Lord and denying the love and the goodness that is a gift that he brings. Not only that, but the gift of peace, the gift of sweet sleep, the gift of humility, the gift of joy, the gift of hope, the gift of faith, the gift of strength and courage, the gift of purity, the gift of humility, of charity, of long-suffering, of contentment, the gifts that he brings of gentleness, meekness, love, compassion, joy, and hope, and faith, and I think I already said those ones, but of patience and peace, strength and courage and discernment and knowledge and wisdom. These are all the gifts that Christ brings into our lives, and it is gifts of the Spirit. You can go to medications, you can go to psychologists, you can do all these things and try to seek these things, but you will never attain them, not in your spirit where it's going to last any more than like 5 minutes. It's like eating McDonald's or eating, a home-cooked meal that your wife had made you or your husband had made you or your children had made you or your mother or your father had made you. When you eat fast food, it's not going to fulfill you. Well, that's kind of like going to medications and going to, psychology even. I've studied psychology. That's what I was supposed to do professionally. And I can tell you that it's not fulfilling. None of it is. It's only fulfilling in the spirit when you seek Christ that you will be filled, that you will be sustained, you will be nourished, you will be strengthened. You will not find that outside of Christ. And trust me, I know, I've been there. I've tried everything under the sun. You won't find it in cannabis. You won't find it in alcohol. You won't find it in relationships and one night stands and frivolous connections that are unordained by Christ. You won't find it. You will find soul ties. You will find addiction. You will find side effects of medications. And as I'm saying, like, you're just compounding your problem. You are not resolving it. So coming to Christ is the resolution to the spiritual problem we are all suffering from. And I will be now walking in my authority. Like my mentor had suggested, you've been learning for 3 years. It's time to adjust to the new spiritual being that you are.